Show you how to play Piano Man. You can get the music on musicnotes.com if you'd like to follow along. I will show you and tell you each of the notes and their names as we play it. But I play it slow enough so that you can see exactly what notes that you need to play. We're going to learn how to play Piano Man, the song by Billy Joel. We'll start with one hand, and then we'll add the other hand next. Start off with G, G sharp, A. So we're going to play it with the thumb, with the point finger and the thumb. And then play A minor arpeggio, A, C, E. So the thumb's already there. Just get used to it. Memorize it. Then we're going to play a chromatic scale from G to C. Chromatic means you're going to play every note. So you're not going to use one finger. It sounds choppy. I use the baby finger, this one, slide it down. Then you got the point finger, thumb, point finger, thumb. The next section, I use these three fingers, a B flat, a B, and a C, 2.5 times. So go from here. That'll help you memorize it. Just do it a bunch of times. Might take you a couple days, maybe not. And then, like the introduction, same notes. So G, G sharp, A, G. And then D, E flat, E, G. So the whole section? Okay, so you're going to go. So practice that. You're going to add the left hand next. It's not too hard. Skip, skip, skip. It's a D minor 7. The 7 means it's a 7th note. An octave has 8 notes. So 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the last note. So you're playing the D. It's just like the A. Remember we played the A? It skipped notes. That was an A minor. And this is a D minor with a 7 on it. So you're going to play this. You play that first. The next is kind of a strange chord. So it's a G sharp and a B. So you're going to go from this to this chord. These two are in both chords. So that's the introduction to Piano Man. Then we go. That's next. The next thing we're going to do is learn how to play the melody, because you can always play the introduction and then connect the melody, and you're playing kind of like the whole song. So, and then after that, we'll learn there's another part of the introduction, which is a little bit more difficult. We'll put that together. We could always put it in between. So so Piano Man. That's the main melody. It's really simple. So G, 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 F, E, F, E, C. So just memorize that. And then C, 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 D, D. And because there's several verses, there might be more C's or more D's or more G's, but basically. And then the second verse is exactly the same in the beginning, but it ends with an A. And of course, I'm not going to play with one finger, but I'm just doing this to show you. Just memorize that first. If you memorize that first, you know the first part of the verse and the first part of the second verse. So first verse, and C, 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 D, D. If you play with more fingers, it sounds smooth. You play with one finger, well, you might want to do that at first just so that you can figure it out. But eventually you want to do more fingers. So that's the first verse. Second verse. A, 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 F, F, A, 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 F, 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 E, C, C. If you figure it out, you can just fast forward through this. So the left hand is really easy, but it's just hard to put them together. You're going to play a C. That's the first verse. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, and then G. So you want to learn how to play the first verse, both hands first. So I'm playing the G and then the C together. The G and the B together. And of course when I play it, I'm not going to be playing one finger, but I'm just doing this so you can see. So, just get that down first. So G, then the C, G, and then the A and the F are together. And the G is all by itself. Learn that section first. Once you're smooth at it, then you can add the next section. And then the next one, C, F, C, E. C, E. That's the first verse. This is the second verse. So second verse is the same in the beginning. And same with the left hand to the F. So you're playing 1, 2, F. And backwards to G. And then 2 C's. So practice one section first. You want to make sure you have the right hand down. But just, that's probably the hardest part of the whole thing, is just coordinating, because you want to play at the same time. And then G by itself. So I'm playing with multiple fingers. And that's another part of the song. That's in the middle. Once you know that, you know the higher part too. It's the same. So once you know this, all you do, this is a G, this is a G. You take it up to a higher octave. And there is this in between. And we're going to learn that. But for now, all you have to do is play the introduction, play it low, play it high. So you can do this. And then just go to the body of the song. I want to play the intro. I'm going to do that again. Okay, so you play. Then play it high. And we'll learn that later. So just learn that first. And you know you have a section of a song done already. You got the intro, it's pretty easy. You play the body of the song, you know a song already. So next what we're going to learn is next we're going to learn the next part of the introduction. So same thing as when we did right? So the left hand's the same thing. Oh, it doesn't hit the C, but it goes to there. Right hand, we're playing an E and a G, an E, a D and a G, and then we're just moving these two over, a C to an F, a C to an E. So learn that part first, and it's just down like this. There's two of them. So just learn that. This, the first note, the left hand, then two, two, two. But this one's a little bit more tricky. I play an A minor arpeggio again. I'm playing it with an F, but I'm playing these two notes at the same time. And then it goes down. So that's a little bit trickier. Let's do this first. Just try to get good at that. And then you can add this. So I put the thumb here. You could play it like this too if you want. But I don't know, I prefer it like this. And then the thumb and the first finger just move one over. And this stays the same. So you're playing an, so what you're doing is you C, B, A, G. And you're playing the F and the A together, and the C and the E twice. And then you're playing the E and the G together, but with the thumb. And you play this thing twice. Play the C and the E twice. It's a good thing just to go over. just try it from here. And I do it a little bit different. Bop, 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 bop. I'm going back and forth. Okay, so it's like that. You're going to go. So, same thing on this. F sharp and a D. And a weird combination, a C and a D. So the F sharp, you're playing with this. So this hand, all it has to remember is this. And this hand just has to remember and then G, and then that's it. So if you look at it from that standpoint, it's easier to remember. So. And if you figure it out, you don't have to watch me play it 3 times in a row. I got to figure it out, do it, move on. You can fast forward. So that's what we're going to learn next. Looks like it's difficult, but it's not. Right hand. You're playing a C arpeggio. Remember we played this was an A minor. Looks the same. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, so we're playing a C. So, and the left hand's the same thing. This is a C arpeggio. We're taking out the middle note. So just get good at that. You can play it a couple times. So what the left hand, this is all we're doing. We're playing the C every time. That's it. Okay, so right hand, we're playing a C, an F, and a C. Okay? So we're just going bum, and then C, F, C, F. So, because this one goes from this to this. So we're going bum, 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 bum. So the next is this. Sounds weird all by itself, but it sounds good with this. So with the right hand, you're just going like this, then like this, and like this, but you're playing the C. You're playing both these C's. Then F, now the G. You're keeping the C's the whole time. These 2 notes you're playing every time. Then G. So you got. Okay? And then on the next part, you're doing this. But you're playing it with, I'm playing the C with the F, E, and D. That's it. You're not going to play it like that, but just so you can see the notes. And this one is with the C on the bottom. Okay. So it's... Do it 2 times. So that's how to play Piano Man. The thing is, in learning, just take a piece at a time. You don't have to learn the whole thing at once. You can if you have the time, but if you don't have the time, learn a piece at a time. For example, just the melody. Learn that first, okay? Or just learn the right hand. And what you can do is just come back through the video, fast forward through me talking, and just learn that little piece. And then do the same thing with the introduction. Introduction's pretty easy, and it's kind of cool sounding, isn't it? Okay, so it saves you time. You just go to that one section, and you just learn how to play one piece at a time. And don't do that. But just learn how to just do one piece at a time. Come back. Be patient with yourself. If you try to get yourself to do everything at once, it gets frustrating. I will be teaching other songs. This is a really cool song. Sail Away. By Styx. That's the next song I'm going to sing, and that's just a little tiny piece of it, but I'm going to sing. That's the next song I'm going to teach, and that's the other thing, is that once you know these songs, if you want to sing, you can do that also, and I'll show you that in a couple other courses, how to sing along with your piano playing. So you can play the piano by itself and the melody, it sounds really cool, or you can play and you can actually sing along with it too, and that's a great thing to be able to do. So those are our goals. So go ahead and hit a like for this, and follow me if you want, and I'll come up with a bunch of songs. I'm just going to start adding songs. I'm a teacher right now. I don't need to do this right now for a living. I'm buried, but I figure that someday in the future I want to help other people learn how to play these songs, different music that I've been teaching my students. So like I said, I'm buried right now with students, and it's wonderful. I'm teaching online. I used to go to people's homes, and I would teach them from their home, and I'd go from home to home, and that was great. I loved that, but then the COVID thing hit. So this is COVID learning, and so I want to teach you how to play piano under COVID situations. And I just want to I've learned a lot in teaching people how to play the piano, and I just want to share that with as many people as possible. So that's Piano Man, and that's what I'm going to show you how to play. Now, it's only about a 1 and 20-second song or something. The reality is people say, let me hear what you have to play. You're playing piano? Oh, that's wonderful. I'd like to hear what you have to play. And you play a 5-minute song, they're all going to be asleep. People don't want to hear that. They go to concerts for that where there's lights and everything going on. So if you're not performing at a restaurant or a bar or something like that, or a wedding, you can always elongate a song. But if somebody just wants to hear something brief, you could just play a 1-minute song and everybody goes, oh, you're so wonderful and so good. And so you just leave it at that.